Hi everyone, it's Enchantress. I'm here with another pick a card reading. And so we have the question is, I was thinking more along the lines of, is your twin flame secretly stalking you? Are they watching you? Are they in disguise? Is there something like that going on with them? But as I was doing the reading, it turned out a little bit different, and so I feel like more the subject will be what is hidden in their situation, or what is hidden in your mutual situation between you and them. You know, what is hidden with them that you don't really know, and what sort of is hidden between the two of you that you aren't really aware of, or that you some kind of clue that you need to help you understand more about your situation with them. Because basically, you know, twin flames are more of a situationship than a relationship until you get to the relationship point, which can happen. It totally can. It just takes a journey and a little bit of work. And so, because it's hidden and secretive, I wanted to talk to the fairies this time. So we have. So our tarot cards, I'm going to announce this now so that way you know what I'm using, is going to be the Forest Creatures Tarot. I'm using the Fairies Oracle by Brian Froud, the Soulflower Oracle, the Wisdom of the Hidden Realms, Moonology, and Nature's Whispers. Alrighty, and so we have 3 piles here, pile 1, pile 2, pile 3. Pile 1 is the orange calcite. Pile 2 is the citrine, kind of junk. And pile 3 is the serpentine. Alright, so let's take a deep breath. Wait. Oh, I gotta push some air out first. Okay, now take a deep breath. Close your eyes. Let go of your breath. Push it out. Now open your eyes and let them drift to the pile that's meant for you. Okay, let's begin. Okay, so here's pile number 1 with the orange calcite. So let's take a look at what your cards have to say. So with the Forest Creatures Tarot, you have the Ace of Swords. And the 3 of Swords. And, you can save him for later. And Death. So I went ahead and borrowed their interpretation, which is kind of interesting because I've heard this a lot about the swords being forceful. You know, it's kind of a forceful, and especially the way the sword is in the stone kind of thing, the sword in the stone. And so this is about triumph with force. And then the 3 of Swords is, you know, generally it's about the broken heart or whatever, the heart being stabbed. But in this case, it's about a removal or an absence or a rupture of some sort. Some kind of something being removed, something being broken, you know. And then with the Death card, of course, the Death card usually is symbolically a good, happy meaning. It's about transformation, but this talks about an ending, and even mentions in the little booklet a failure in marriage or a loss of a benefactor. So what is hidden to you could very well be with your twin flame, some kind of situation where there's a rupture or break or some kind of ending that's happening in a relationship they might be having. This might only resonates with a few of you, I know, because or could very well indicate some kind of rupture or break and something else. Like a loss of a benefactor could be anybody, right? So there could be a problem with work or something like that, or some way that they received money that they're no longer going to receive money. But the death card actually in this case is talking about the ending of a marriage. So it's kind of interesting. According to the Forest Creatures Tarot, it is. So let's see what our fairies have to say from Brian Froud. They're so deep, these fairies. Okay, so first we have this guy who was kind of scaring us a little bit. This is the Oak Man, or the Oak Men. So it's about strength and ancient wisdom and depth. And what's interesting about when Brian Froud drew these, he drew the Oak Man with different colored eyes. Sometimes it was with red eyes, which scared people. Sometimes it was with blue eyes, which appealed to people. And sometimes it was, so the eye coloring changed the perception of this card quite a bit from person to person. And so in general, this is talking about, do you see your twin flame as they are, or are you projecting something onto them that isn't there? Are you, maybe you're so in love with them, or so obsessed with them, or so crazy for them, you're making them out to be way more than maybe what they are. But at the same time, it can feel like that, because when you've met your other half, that feels like you have so many things in common, that you resonate in so many levels, you have the psychic connection. All of this is ringing so strong between you, it can cause a sense of, of a loss of anything that negative that might be in this situation, right? So it's important to keep a good perspective on the situation. And that is kind of what's hidden here. It's that they may be great and fabulous and wonderful, but they're humans as well. They have their flaws, they have their characters or whatever. So just, treat them as such. Treat them as regular people. They're not just, they're not superhumans just because they're your twin flame, And then we have, I almost burnt myself, you have honesty. So honesty is such a lonely word. So this is about, having compassion, because there's different ways of being honest with people, right? There's brutal honesty, which in fact is not honesty at all. Brutal honesty bites on purpose as a form of control or something, Certainly there's, like, let's say, for instance, the good, kind-hearted Sagittarius. There's some Sagittarians out there that might not be so kind-hearted, but the ones I know, like Melanie, might say something, and they stick their foot in their mouth kind of thing. They didn't mean to say it in such a way that might make you feel bad. That's generally a Sagittarius kind of honesty. But the brutal honesty that purposely is told to you to hurt you, could be more like a Scorpio's. But I'm not going to put down Scorpios because I'm a Scorpio. But Scorpios are more known for using what they know in various ways. But they can also, say kind things to you too. So the point of this is that it's important to know that this person, your twin flame, loves you and sees you as you are and loves you anyway. And you'll be able to, spirit will be able to repel any monsters, There is no monsters, and so it's time to just be true, be truly honest. Honesty with tact and compassion, and being dishonest is also a form of kind of control, which is also not right, And then we have the okay, I wrote this one down. He of the fiery sword. So this is as in yin and yang. And it's funny, we got swords again. So four swords, according to the forest creatures tarot, is about force, you know, and a lot of times it's about truth and honesty again, and directness. And here, he with the fiery sword is talking about the yin-yang cycles, so the yin and the yang of a situation. And so the sword here is the active principle. It's about spiritual will, justice, and protection. If you hear this song, in the song you can hear these two elements of the yin and the yang, and this one is more yang. This is action, will, force, and fire. His fiery sword illuminates truth and dispels not truth. So that's really interesting. I feel like your twin flame really wants to get at the bottom of truth and not truth. He wants, or she wants, honesty in this situation, and they're going to be forceful about it. I feel like you might not see this yet, but I feel this is going to be a movement that's going to happen here in this situation. So a movement towards finding the truth, you know. And so it's interesting. One of these cards was talking about a flower. Oh, the honesty flower. There is a flower out there, and it comes in several different names. But because the honesty talked about a flower, I thought, hey, I'll also add the soul flower to the reading to see what we got. And you've got forget-me-not, awareness. So the forget-me-not wants you to raise your awareness of your connections, not just loved ones, but to all beings in all realms, including yourself. When you can understand this connection, you can let go of your fears of loneliness, isolation, and separation, because you realize the true, immortal nature of your divine soul. So that's pretty deep. So just, you know, like, there's so much more to this than just what you're second guessing, you know. So there's a larger sense of awareness that's coming to you. And then you also have the Eagle King, the big picture. So this is what we're looking at now. We're moving away from any kind of imaginings that's not really there. And we're going to move towards a bigger picture. We're going to take the eagle eye view. So the Eagle King is about getting angels to help you. This is your highest destiny, and it's within reach. You're on the right path. If you can't see where you're going, sometimes you just can't. Sometimes it's cloudy, right? But it's saying, the angels are saying you're on the right path, even though you can't see. And so that's kind of scary, but you're doing the right thing. You're on the right path, even though you're not able to see. There's a divine essence here, divine guidance, and angels are protecting you and guiding you. And then we have a new romantic cycle begins with the moonology. So new moon in Libra, and that doesn't necessarily mean we're having a new moon in Libra right now at all, but be aware of the cycles of the moon and how they affect you and how they make changes in your life. But a new moon in Libra would be all about romantic cycles. And so that now that you have awareness and you're having an eagle eye view of the situation, and your counterpart is feeling forceful and trying to let something go so they can come possibly towards you. We didn't see any movement towards you, but they're definitely working hard to let go. And look at that, you also got from Nature's Whispers the big picture. So there's this definite, you know, getting a bigger picture, you know, both of these same. So, and the angels are here to guide you. And so this one's all about overthinking. Don't let, you know, your mind get in your way. You know, you might just miss what's actually going on if you overthink too much and you get too bogged down in the details and you forget the larger picture. Okay, that's a lot of talking, so let's see if I got time for charms. All right, here we go. Let's do a little bit for you guys. And what do we got? Oh, you got the 6. 6 is love. You got Saint Dymphna helping you out here. You got Kiss. Also like the way Kiss is spelt with, lightning bolts. So it's kind of like bam, You got Color, Hug, Sing. I feel like there's some singing going on here because, yeah, the angels are not the angels, the fairies here. They like to sing, and so there's a song here. Yeah, with this guy especially, the fiery sword person, there's some song coming here. So there's scissors. Something might be cut, but also a love situation might be opened, like a new beginning, like that one, a new romantic cycle. There's something that might be stopped or blocked, or somebody that's a lifesaver here. There's some creativity, cycles, the Hamsa hand of protection, the anchor of stability. Something is within reach. There's little baby footsies. Forever, the number 29, the pipe of like memories and peace, like I think a peace pipe, birdies, the monkey. So maybe Chinese symbol of the monkey. Monkeys are intelligent and quick moving. Name, an idea, and then you got the little Cupid shooting its arrow, and the United States, and the golden snowflake, which means unusual person, individuality, uniqueness, and peace and love, and then the number 4. And so that looks really good, you guys. It looks like a lot of creativity going on here. Just a little bit of thinking before you jump to conclusions, kind of thing. There does seem with the tarot some big changes happening here with your twin flame. Something is being cut, like with these scissors, But the fairies are saying, you might be projecting things onto a situation that's not really true. So be honest with yourself, be honest with others, be honest with your feelings without using your honesty like as a weapon. And don't forget, be aware of who you are. Be aware of why you're doing the things you do, But in general, just kind of like keep a nice broad, step back a little, look at the bigger picture. What's the bigger picture? And instead of like trying to find out what's hidden, step back and see what's there for you already. All right, so let's move on to the next. All right, in pile number 2 with the Citrine. And let's see, we've got 3 of our creatures of the forest, and they say you've got 2 of Wands, you've got the Magician, and the 10 of Cups. Very nice. It looks like some manifesting happening here. The 2 of Wands is about... All right, so I decided just out of curiosity to go ahead and take the definition from the booklet that comes with it, And 2 of Wands was saying something about no marriage here, okay? No marriage possible. So this could mean several things. So we're trying to figure out what's hidden, and so maybe your twin flame has decided that they won't marry you, or maybe your twin flame, something about them that you've been wondering is, are they married? And this is saying no, they're not married. So that's a good thing if you were wondering. Also, it could be saying they might be in a marriage, but it's not really a marriage. They're in a situation that could be a marriage, but it doesn't feel like a marriage, or it doesn't feel like a true bond, or something like that. That could be the third possibility here. Also, just realize you and your twin flame could actually come together and live a life together without ever becoming married. So there is that a possibility too here in this situation. But in general, this is a very happy, positive card. It's about riches and fortune and magnificence, surprise and wonder, enchantment. There's just a bit of mixed emotions. There's like some good with the bad, there's mixed emotions. And then the Magician is all about skill and diplomacy and subtlety. And what's neat in the definition of this deck is that they go into a little bit of the fact that this could be a physician or a mage. And so you or your twin flame could be a physician or a mage, somebody that deals with the magic arts, But this is also somebody that is a healer, deals with illness, So there could be, the hidden thing here could be that your twin flame is dealing with somebody's illness right now. So somebody might be, has an illness that they have to take care of. The Ten of Cups, though, is about contentment and repose of the entire heart. There's perfection of human love and friendship. So there is this ability to achieve this perfection between the two of you. And this person, your twin flame, is somebody who has your best interests at heart. And they're it's almost like they're taking charge of your interests. So maybe in a general sense, your twin flame feels like they know best. What's hidden here is they want to be in control of what's best for the both of you, and that they want this to be a positive situation. It's like they want to be the doctor that has the cure here, and the cure is what they decide to do is what's going to work for the both of you, kind of thing. So let's see what the fairies have to say. These are like the little gnomey kind of fairies and the little creatures hidden in the rocks and such. And also I like the singers, so I think this one has a lot of singers in it. So we have the Singers of the Chalice. The Singers of the Chalice is really cool. Just as in tarot, chalices, cups has a lot to do with emotion and love. This is about trust and joy and patience and creativity, hope and miracles even, and a rainbow of energies. This is one of the happiest of all the cards in Brian Fraud's decks. It's like pouring life, like one of the richest wines. It's just kind of like pouring down on you. And so the question is, do you have it or you not have it, The question is, are you seeing this? Do you have it? Do you have this love? Or are you in denial of it? Are you not seeing it? Are you pushing it away? Are you not noticing it? What's going on here? So maybe that's what's hidden. It's this pouring of love is right there. If you see it, can you see it? So maybe there's other things that have bothered you, that make you angry, right? And a lot of times we get stuck in our anger. And anger is something that burns inside and it becomes sort of the substance. It's burning. While love, on the other hand, is an energy that flows through us and it's enlightening and expanding us. So choose love, choose love in all circumstances. And then we've got another singer. This is the Singer of Transfiguration, which is about metamorphosis. Things will never again be what they once were. So every time you make a new choice and choose to move forward in love, you will have a new beginning, and the past won't exist anymore. That person who you were won't be that person anymore. So this is about fulfillment and accomplishment and joy after struggle. So you'll have there's things that you have to deal with, but you're going to have a good outcome. And then we have She of the Kruik, and this is receptivity principle. Just like in pile number 1, we had action. This one, as far as the yin and yang, is more the yin and the receptive mode. This is about nurturing and fertility And so it's possible here for anybody interested in getting pregnant. This is a good vibration here for you. This could mean that somebody in your twin flame circle might be pregnant. This is the great goddess, and there's bounty for all. So the point is there is enough for everyone. So it's saying that there's not just some for one person and not for another. Everyone will get bounty. Everyone will get abundance. There's enough for all. And so for the masculine, his is intention and hers is manifesting into reality. So remember that as a feminine here, if you're the feminine, the manifestation is your power, and you can bring it into reality because you are the mage, you have that manifesting ability here. All right, and so let's see what your soul flower says. It says stargazer lily. So surrender. That's another form of receptivity. This stargazer lily is asking you to surrender to the unconditional love that the universe has flowing towards you. Let down the barriers surrounding your heart and surrender unloving thoughts about yourself to allow yourself to receive. You are always enough. And that's exactly what this is. There's love pouring down at you. So surrender and open up to it. And then from the hidden realms, we have the Hawk Prince. This is spirit communication and paying attention. Oh yeah, and what I feel it's so cool is that the singer here, this one, the singer of Transfiguration, I just wrote this down not knowing why, and then you have the Hawk Prince, which is 11. So maybe you two are twin flames because he is like the Hawk Prince and you are like the singer of Transfiguration. You're about to change yourself into a better person. You're going through a metamorphosis, and he is about to he's about paying attention. He's going to give you some good news. A message is coming in to help you manifest your destiny, and it's knowing, that what your right next step is, and so you're going to find out what the next step is. Somebody's going to tell you. Either he's going to tell, your twin flame is going to tell you, or you're going to find out somehow, some way through the angels. It could be spirit communication, like things that you hear on the TV, radio, random conversations. There'll be all this kind of communication that comes through these random ways that will show you your way to prosperity in all aspects of your life. All right, and then your Moonology card is, what do you need to release? So this is the waning moon. What do you need to release? So think about, there's receptivity and manifesting and drawing things in, and then there's also things that you need to release. So there might that be part of the key here that's hidden between the two of you. He's doing his work or she's doing her work, and it's time for you to do your work also. And so from the whispers, the nature's whispers, you have open your heart. So this is just totally about, this pile is definitely about love and opening your heart. It is about what it means to be a twin flame. It's surrendering thing. It's the feminine being receptive here and receiving things, but also the power of manifestation, your skills and ability to manifest exactly what you want in your life. And there's communication coming up, and so fulfillment and joy and all the things that you want. And so now the thing about love is, we think, oh, love is love is love. Well, if you truly love, I did this. I had this whole love quest once to really, really dig deep on what is love, And one of the best ways for me to understand it is from the Corinthians, the Bible, which I'm not like a real Bible freak fanatic or anything, but there are some stories in the Bible that can be very helpful. And Corinthians talk about love. So it's Corinthians chapter 13, verse 4 through 8. It starts off with love is patient, love is kind. If you can get past that, then you got it made, but some people can't even get past love is patient. So once you get past love is patient, love is kind, think about that, okay? And so I'll just say it real quickly. Love is patient, love is kind. It does not envy, it does not boast, it is not proud, it is not rude, it is not self-seeking, and it's not easily angered. It keeps no record of wrongs. Love does not delight in evil, but rejoices with the truth. So no matter how things happen, how this situation develops, you've got to focus on love. And they mirror you and they see you. They see what you do. They will reflect the same things that you do, So there's no demands, no expectations, no limits, and no conditions, especially on this 5D kind of love. It's the deepest level of love of all. All right, let's check out your charms. I'm going to stir it up. And then just to save time. So there's your charms. I'm going to lay them out. Okay, so you've got music twice here. You've got the harp and the treble clef. So music and songs and hearing things in music and songs will be your form of communication. The whale is about deep, beautiful communication. There could be some traveling here, or there could be some kind of military situation. The moon is also about communication in dreams. You are beautiful and protected. The baby feet could mean something about innocence and newness. Open things up with your key. This is the yin-yang heart. You've got the camera, so it could be taking selfies, pictures, or could be your career or something that's hidden about the two of you that you have in common. Then you have the key, so you have the key to things. And this is a big pile of money. That means abundance. But my favorite one of all is this cute, adorable, this is such a twin flame symbol. It's the two little baby fairies who are whispering to each other. This is like the truest, sweetest, purest love of all. And if you can achieve that, then like you can even see their backsides. It's so cute with their arms around each other. So I love that. So I'm going to go ahead and move on to the next. Okay, and here's pile number 3 with the Serpentine rock. And let's see what our creatures of the forest has to say. So we have the Knight of Coins, and we have the 8 of Cups, and the 7 of Coins. All right, so what I've been doing is I decided to look at the little booklet to kind of get an idea of what this tarot person, the designer of this deck, what they decide that these symbolize. So for them, the 9 of Coins is about utility and service and ableness and interest and wanting to rectify a situation. So what's hidden here could be that your twin flame wants to rectify a situation that's happening between you two, your situationship. And then the 8 of Cups is about, so on the surface here, there looks like a walking away, but she's turning around and looking back. Maybe she got something stuck on her foot. But it's about this person, which could be you. You could be this person, or you could be the knight. But I feel like these are the two yin-yang forces here. The 8 of Cups is she's about mildness and timidity and honor and modesty. And this is about the decline of a situation. So, which means to me it's like a situation is changing, there could be a walking away from this situation. It could be, this doesn't necessarily have to be you. It could be somebody in the twin flames, in your twin flames life that's walking away. At the same time, the 7 of Coins is also about innocence and ingenuity, and something having to do with money, some kind of money business, bartering. This could be growth, and also feel like it has to do with growing. Something is growing, and there's this watching of something growing. There could be, like my original question is somebody, stalking you or spying on you or watching you? And that could be very well that, yeah, they're on the outside, they're not looking at you directly in the eye, but they are kind of, and they're pretending maybe to walk away, but maybe really they're not. Maybe they're keeping an eye on things over their shoulder kind of thing. And what they're really doing is looking very hard at how things are developing. So yeah, so there's that possibility right there. What could be hidden? So let's see what the fairies have to say. The little gnomey fairies. So you've got, this is Patron, the sylph. And this is about acute intellect, quickness, mental synthesis, and discernment. So this is about being curious, like just wanting to know everything, right? And sometimes that's what propels us to definitely to these readings. It propels us to dig deep. It propels us to know things. I feel like this little Tayton the sylph she really likes anybody who's in school or does studying. And so sometimes when you see a little light flicker by you while you're reading or studying, or at school, or like I think I saw her flickering by while I was doing my live, because they're very interested in books and knowledge and learning tools and that sort of thing. And so that's like symbolic of your thirst for knowledge, but also your desire to come out of conflict and confusion, and there's going to be this resolve of goodwill and clear thinking, and a new and better understanding is going to come. So that's what the Tayton sylph, the sylph, is trying to tell you, that there's going to be some understanding and conflict is going to be resolved. Also, she's saying that we also, we have our human auras. You see lights and things, you see the fairies, but we can see each other's auras too as well. We can see each other's lights. So be on the lookout for another person's light, because it's symbolic of their beautiful souls. And then we have the bright mother, and so this is about creativity and nurturing and productivity, also intimacy and sheltering. It has something to do with sorrows and growing pains, but deeply committed relationships and pregnancy as well. So if anybody is thinking of pregnancy or getting pregnant, then this could represent you. But it could also talk about new creations and projects being made. This is also being a true kind mother is about putting others before yourself. So this is saying this might be the time, maybe your twin flame is asking you, please put others before your own. Understand what it's like to be a mother, or understand that there might be others' needs that are greater than yours. But at the same time, the fairy's telling you, do not lose sight of your own needs. So don't lose sight of your own needs, but understand some things might happen because of a greater need, of the innocent in this situation needs protection. And then we have the gland coner. Yes, the gland coner. And so this is about illusion and delusion, lust and projection, clear sight. And sometimes we're so in love with somebody, or so not necessarily just in love or in lust with somebody, but just want something so bad. We have such a desire for it, so much lust for it, that we can be blinded by it. It's saying that is it what we really want? Is it worth the cost or whatever? Is it, sometimes we've cast a spell of glamour on something when you really want something so badly. So don't let something become so important that you've cast this glamour on it that it overrides anything else, even the innocent parties in the situation, that kind of thing. So what's hidden here, and maybe this is how your twin flame is feeling. They're feeling like they have lust for you. They have love for you too, but they have such a lust that sometimes it overwhelms them, and they have to taper it down because of the innocent parties in this situation. They can't run away with their lustful feelings and thoughts. So that's one of the thoughts here. All right, so you got the Soul Flower card. Says Bee Balm, which is vibrance. So leave all that behind and just put some excitement in your life. Add some spark to your life. Bee Balm encourages you to let go of inhibitions, cut loose, be passionate, and sing your song at the top of your lungs without judgment. Every day is a gift worth celebrating. Bee Balm reminds you to show up and embrace the potential of your own life. No excuses. And then your hidden realms is the Well Watcher, which is wisdom, power of the divine. So I've shuffled several times and the Well Watcher kept popping out. And I know I already had the Well Watcher, but it wanted to come out again. And this time it's talking about the actual well. And there's some water symbols here. So the well is a place where you go for wisdom and to contemplate the divine and call for the unseen powers. There's going to be miracles and a resolution. Thy will be done through me for the highest good of all and for the true manifestation of my purpose. And so after I said, well, okay, that makes sense. Doing good for the innocent parties here, for the best, for everyone involved. And it says for your highest purpose. And I was thinking, well, what is my purpose, And so, and then you have the Moonology, nothing is set in stone. So just because you're making this decision now and you're moving on, I feel like this is a more like your twin flame's asking you, give him some time, give her some time, and you move on and have some fun in your life while they do their own thing. And then amplify your positive emotions. So here we have some more water. And amplifier is the ripple effect. So this is my purpose. My purpose and your purpose too is this ripple effect of love that we're pouring energy out to the world. We're being positive. We're sending happiness from the heart, and it will benefit all of us around us, And it's about new beginnings. All right, let's check your charms out. I'm running out of time, so I'm just going to stir a little, and then drop it, and then I'm going to lay them out. All right, here are your charms. And so I just want to say I love you all. Faith, trust, and pixie dust. If this runs out before I'm done, I just want to let you know I appreciate all your support and thumbs up. And please check the information box. Okay, this description box. So we have car of movement, or maybe a new car. You've got somebody who wears multiple hats. So like, multitasker, a person that does different jobs, or knowing this person in multiple lives. This is like a key to open everything up. I just want to make sure you know that you are beautiful and you're like a diamond. You're gorgeous. There's some, out bicycling. Be careful being caught in the web. Just remember your role here. You don't want to be a spider stuck in a web. You want to be the one creating the web, And USAY play and sweet 25. The dinosaur of past lives and remembrance. This is a beautiful heart. Fixing things. Things will be fixed. Special kind of timing that's involved. Divine timing. The pipe is also about past lives to me. Birds and the Twitter bird. Maybe communications coming up. Like texting. Lend a hand here, and be understanding and loving in this situation. There's this air on the heart, that you belong to each other. Be creative. The fairies guiding you and watching over you, and there's always going to be this communication, psychic communication between you. The kitties and the monkey of activity and intelligence and creativity and energy, and a little puppy dog. And so yeah, you guys, what's hidden here is there could be somebody that's like there was somebody that looked like they were ill, maybe. That there's oh, that was in the pile too. But anyway, this one is about there's some kind of growth, and there's some kind of stepping away from something here, you know, and but yet still watching things. So there's still being, you know, you're still being cared about and thought about, you know, but there could be innocent people involved here, so it's important to just love, you know, with your heart and be aware of that, you know, and that, but in the meantime, you know, enjoy your life, have fun, vibrate, do fun things, you know. Go to the well watcher and you find your divine purpose and realize that, you know, your divine purpose has to do with this ripple effect of giving outwards, and this love ripples out to the universe. When I decided to do this ripple effect, I just thought it was small good deeds I could do throughout the day. But then I realized I could do this channel and make bigger ripples. So maybe that's in your destiny. So I hope you like that, you guys. Faith, trust, and pixie dust.